So now we'll discuss the tissue system, how the organization inside the plant. So first of all, you can see this is the plant structure. Okay, so this is the shoot part, leaf part, stem part. Okay, and this is the root part. Now all these parts have the tissue system, right? So here, epidermal tissue system, it is showing in green color. Now ground tissue system, it is showing in the skin color, and vascular tissue system, it is shown in the purple color. So when you see all the tissue system, so here inside the root, inside the center, it is vascular tissue system. After that, it's a ground tissue system, and in the last, it is a epidermal tissue system. Now here in the plant, you can see the most part is epidermal tissue system, but when you cut the stem and when you see it's a section, then you can understand that inside all the portion is ground tissue system, then it contains some portion vascular tissue system, and at the outer side it contains epidermal tissue system. So there are three type of a tissue system: epidermal tissue system, ground fundamental tissue system, and vascular conducting tissue system. Now when you see this section, okay, so the skin color part is nothing but this is the ground tissue. So inside the purple vascular tissue system, xylem and phloem is present. These are nothing but the vascular, this belong to vascular conducting tissue system. And this dermal tissue system are nothing but the epidermis and the outer part. So first we'll study the epidermal tissue system and the outer part. So as you see this tissue system, it contains a cuticle, okay. Together with that, some elevated portions are there. These are nothing but the trichome, and sunlight enters through this cuticle. Here these dermal tissue cells are present, and these are known as guard cells because this protect the plants. Okay, this protect the plants delicate parts. Okay, you can say leaf or stem's delicate part. Now this is the section from the stem which we are zooming here. Okay, so the green part also, it performs the photosynthesis. It forms the outermost covering of the whole plant body, and together with that it includes the epidermal cell, stomata, and epidermal appendages. So what are the three parts it includes? Epidermal cells, these are nothing but the dermal cells and the epidermal cells. Stomata is present, which is help in the transpiration, and then epidermal appendages, trichomes and hairs are also present. Now epidermis, when you see, it is the outermost layer and it is primary plant body. Okay, this is made up of cuticle, trichome, dermal tissue and guard cells. So epidermis is usually single layered. Okay, so no double layered, only single layer is present. It is made up of elongated, compactly arranged parenchymatous cell with few cytoplasm lining, cell wall and a large vacuole. So as they are made up of parenchymatous cell, their cell wall is made up of lignin. Okay, together with that it contains a thin cell wall. The outside of the epidermis is often covered with waxy thick layer cuticle, and on that parenchymatous cell some waxy layer is present because this have a some thin cell wall parenchymatous cell. So this waxy thick layer is nothing but the cuticle. It prevents the loss of water. Okay, it prevents the loss of water due to the heat or due to the sunlight. Cuticle is absent inside the root. It is present only in the epidermal layer of the shoot part and not in the root part. Now what is stomata? Stomata performs a very important function, transpiration, which regulates the water, and together with that gaseous exchange is also there because plants also performs the respiration, so gaseous exchange is also there. The pores present in the epidermis of leaves. So this pores you can see inside the epidermis part of the leaves. These pores are nothing but the stomata. So when it's open, it looks like this, the middle portion, the white portion. When it's a close, it looks like this. Okay, so when it's open, it regulates transpiration and gaseous exchange. This is the water loss and CO2 exchange. Together with that, it is a bean shaped and bean shaped cells, guard cells. Okay, these are the it is made up of the guard cells. In grasses, the guard cells are dumbbell shape. Okay, so it could be a bean shape or it could be a dumbbell shape. Now, outer walls of a guard cell away from stomatal pore are thin and inner walls are thick. So when you can see the guard cell structure, okay, guard cells we have seen here already. These are some guard cells. So the outer wall where the stomata is not present, that is thin, okay, and it is also covered with cuticle. But when it comes to the inner wall, it is thick and their stomatal pores are present. Now, you can see guard cell possesses chloroplast and regulate the opening and closing of stomata. So when you see these guard cells, it also contain a chloroplast. You can see these dot like structures. These are nothing but the chloroplast, and it regulates the opening and closing of stomata because this chloroplast have some power to regulate it. Now, sometimes some epidermal cells surrounding the guard cell become specialized in shape and size, and they are called subsidiary cells. So surrounding to this guard cell, some specialized cells are present. You can see here, these two dumbbell shaped guard cells are present, and after that some subsidiary cells and the side, like we live together with the neighbors are there. So in similar manner to the guard cell, the neighbors are subsidiary cells. Stomatal aperture, guard cells and subsidiary cells together form stomatal apparatus. So total stomatal apparatus contains a subsidiary cell and the guard cell and the chloroplast is there, okay, together they form the stomatal aperture. Now, outer walls of guard cells are thin and inner walls are thick, that we have already discussed, okay. Now you can see the open and closed structure. So when it's open and it is all guarded by the, it is all controlled by the chloroplast only. So when it's open it looks like this, when it's closed it looks like this. So then we'll see the epidermal appendages. So root hairs are present, okay, so unicellular, so when we see the root side, not the shoot side, so some hairs are also present to absorb the water and the minerals, and the trichomes which are present inside the shoot part, they also have, they are nothing but the epidermal hairs. They usually multicellular, branch and unbranched, soft and stiff. So they may be a multicellular, means there lots many cells can be present at a time. They are branched, unbranched. They may be secretory. They secrete some materials for the plants and some waxy materials, you can say, and organic materials. They prevent water loss due to transpiration, okay. They also prevent a water loss. Then the second is ground tissue system.